How do you keep top talent in this job seekers economy? And what I mean by that is in the first quarter of 2018, we're not even at the end of this quarter yet at the time that we're filming this video, and the news looks really good for low unemployment. It's just great news for Canadians in general. However, for you as an employer, as a business owner, as a leader, that means that there is going to be an even stronger war for talent than there ever has before. And as I've shared with you in previous vlogs, we already know that we're in the midst of a talent shortage that shows no signs of easing until 2030. This is Deloitte's research. Now, on top of that, with it being a job seekers economy, then that means that there's an even greater talent squeeze. In fact, in two industries in particular, in tech and in healthcare, this squeeze is even stronger than it has been in a long time. And I know I have lots of clients in both of those industries, so this is for you. What can you do instead of panicking in this job seekers economy? Because of course it means it's good financial stead for your organization, I'm sure, that we have so much money that's infused into the economy. How do we not let the fact that we are going to potentially have talent shortages weigh you down? Well, that's because you have an opportunity. You have an opportunity to be the employer of choice. If you haven't decided that that was what you need to be, I hope this video and all of this evidence and this data substantiates how you need to be now. Because despite the fact that in tech and in healthcare and many other industries that are experiencing a talent shortage, there are still some that have no vacancies, that people would never think to even leave there, that they love it. The only time they have turnover is when somebody moves out of the community. Don't you want to be that workplace? Now is the time. The other piece that this allows you to do is really to gauge just how loyal your workforce are. Because in some pockets of the country, such as in more rural Alberta, for example, people have been waiting for the opportunity to leave a workplace that has not been their, a place that has valued them the way they know that they should be valued. So this allows you to see just how loyal and how well your leaders are able to practice that strong workplace culture and recognizing and valuing their top talent. It also allows you to stretch your sense about how well we are supporting employees in your workplace. So I have a few suggestions for you because you may be getting a little bit nervous. You may be thinking, oh gosh, this sounds like a lot of work. This sounds like I'm going to have to have a lot of tough conversations with my leadership team. And perhaps, but I don't actually think it's that tough because the suggestions I have for you to be a job seeker's dream and to be able to be the workplace that people choose to stay in, it's not complicated stuff. Number one, it's to be that great place to work, to make a decision. And I'll tell you, Great Place to Work Institute, what they're finding is trust is the number one variable that separates good places to work from great places to work. So be impeccable with your word, be very transparent, demonstrate trustworthy behaviors. These are not things that cost money. It may take a bit of time, but it's powerful. It allows you to have people who say, you know what? I believe where the organization is going and I believe in the people leading it, I'm going to stay. Number two is to practice recognition daily. And this is, of course, can be what I've talked about in previous vlogs, the basics that everybody say that they want. Verbal thank yous, written thank yous, personal specific words of acknowledgement. It's also team celebrations, particularly if in this current talent shortage, you have people filling in the gaps. Because that's generally what happens, right? Is others have to pick up the slack. Celebrating them, now's the time to say, I am so glad that you're still here. I know that we would be lost without you. And to find ways of acknowledging them and ask them how they want to be recognized. And the other piece, of course, is to state if you have not clearly made a plan for this already, as a leadership team, as the owner of your organization, decide that you are going to stay a great place to work, even in an economic downturn, because of course that's the way the economy goes, right? It rolls hills and valleys in some industries to greater extent than others. How are you going to ride the next valley? Because this may be a job seeker's market right now, but at some point you'll have the upper hand. How are you going to make a decision? How are you going to lead your organization so that you will remain a great place to work, even when you could easily put the brakes on all of this focus on talent? It is never a time to put the brakes on that. I hope you find this valuable. Please share it with your leadership team so that together you can be having a conversation about just how well you are going to be able to survive this talent shortage and the job seekers economy. My name's Sarah McFannel. Be well and be great.